Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is speaking today. It's my Robert F. Kennedy Jr. impersonation. Before we get to this Raccoon story, which is just unbelievably insane, it seems as though every single time Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is questioned on the statements he makes on a podcast, he always says it's a lie. And then we have those actual words that are played on social media of him making the statements that he makes. Sewell was talking about a 2024 podcast interview he did when talking about African Americans and young black children. Watch this.
In a 2024 podcast interview, you suggested that black children on ADHD medication should be reparented. You said every black kid is now just standardly put on Adderall, SSRI, benzos, which are known to induce violence, and that those children are going to have to go somewhere to get reparented. There is a lot to unpack in that comment. I know that you've already answered several of the questions I was going to ask, and so I'm just going to rephrase them. Mr. Secretary, you've already admitted that you are not board certified physician, and you've already admitted that you did not go to medical school. Have you ever reparented, or parented, I should say, a black child?
I don't even know what that phrase means, and I doubt
just
that
a yes
I
or
said
no
it.
answer.
I doubt that
You
I
did
said
say
that
it.
phrase.
You
No,
absolutely
I'm not going to answer something that I didn't say.
You absolutely said it.
Oh, I'd like to hear the recording.
So to be
Because
clear,
it doesn't make
sir,
any
I'm
sense.
I'm
I
gonna
don't even know
reclaim
what
my
it
time.
means.
I don't either. That's why I'm
And
asking.
by the way,
So to be
of
clear, you're not a
26
doctor, you have no medical degree, and you have no formal medical training.
as
And
of
you have never
as have
parented a black
as of
child. Yet you
24
are
of the
suggesting
26
that
HHS
government-
secretaries
Mr.
have not
Secretary,
had medical
This is my
degrees.
time. And I say to the chairman, I want to reclaim my time. So you are not a doctor, have no formal medical training, and you've never parented a black child, and yet you are suggesting that the federal government should take black children away from their families and reparent them and send them off to some wellness farm instead of providing them with evidence-based
You're just
medical
making
care.
stuff up.
I am absolutely not making this up. Mr. Secretary, in your opinion, what factors should the federal government consider when reparenting a black child who has been on ADHD or ADD?
I don't even know what
rhetorical,
you're
sir.
talking about, Congressman.
I
don't know what you're talking
deficit,
about. I don't know what
deficit
reparenting
disorder.
even means.
I don't either, but you said that.
I did not
Mr.
say that.
Secretary, for black families in the United States, the issue of family separation is not new. Our nation has a long and painful history of separating black children from their families.
He absolutely did say that. And it was in a podcast in 2024, and you could see it online. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is lying. And she's absolutely correct. He has zero medical experience. Let me repeat, zero. But I'll tell you something Robert F. Kennedy Jr. does have some experience of: cutting off the penis of a raccoon. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., in his own words, talked about this. I'm not making this up. That's right. There you go. That very handsome raccoon. I don't know if that's the actual raccoon, by the way. We're just putting that up there for effect, I guess. Numchuck put that up there for effect. I think it's actually kind of funny, although I feel really bad for the raccoon, whether he was dead or alive. Robert F. Kennedy, and look at that look of Robert F. Kennedy. Look at that face, by the way. It's almost like you're admiring the physique of the raccoon. I don't know. I'm just saying that's a really weird face. Yes, that's right. I'm not making this up. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. once cut the penis off of a road-killed raccoon in an incident that is just one of several involving dead animals that the U.S. Health Secretary has been involved in. In a new book called Robert F.K. Jr., The Fall and Rise was published this week, and it reveals a diary entry that describes the prominent vaccine critic and leader of the Make America Healthy Again. He said, "I was standing in front of my parked car on the I-684, cutting the penis out of a road-killed raccoon. Thinking about how weird some of my family members have turned out to be." Kennedy wrote in my journal. He added, "My kids waited patiently in the car." He's cutting off the penis of a raccoon. Cutting off the penis of a raccoon while his kids are in the car. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was asked about this today by a TMZ reporter, and this is exactly how that video went down.
Secretary, what did you do with the raccoon's dead penis? Where is it now?
What a creepy laugh. Did you see that creepy laugh? Now, obviously, to any normal human being, if I was coming out of some important meeting or wherever I was and somebody made that statement about me, I would say, well, that's obviously not true. I want you guys to think about what a lunatic this guy is. His kids this is a guy who staged a murder of a bear at Central Park. If that's not weird enough, he cut off the head of a whale. This is all stuff that he's admitted. And he cut off the penis of a raccoon. I want you to think about this for a second. Your kids are in the car. I'm not saying anybody would ever do this. That's normal, but think about the circumstance. Your family and your kids are in the car, and for some reason you see a dead raccoon on the side of the road. And the first thing that entered your mind is, oh, where's his pecker? I'm going to cut it off. And that's what he did. He also said in the book, I'd like to pick up some of these dead seagulls for my skull collection. The book quotes Kennedy as saying, though his schedule on the day did not allow him to pause his journey and harvest the bones. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy who is the U.S. Health Secretary. He cuts off penises off of dead animals for fun. He buzzsaws whale heads, and he stages bear murders in Central Park. But keep in mind, Donald Trump only hires the best people. I'm sorry, can we put that image up again, if that's okay? I just want you to look at, just real quickly here, just want you to look at Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s face when he's looking at this record. Can we please just look at that face? Look at that face. How is he not in the Epstein files, by the way? By the way, if you want to talk about cutting off genitalia, I'd say for some of the names that are in the Epstein files of the people that allegedly committed crimes, that I'd be okay with that. Look at that face. Look at that. What a freak. Dead or alive. My goodness. Absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. Terrible. Now, I can't believe we are almost approaching Mother's Day. And I was just talking to my mom yesterday, and I am so happy, I can't even begin to tell you, to be teamed up with the wonderful people at Cozy Earth. They just sent me a whole bed set with sheets, and I got to tell you, yesterday was probably the best night of sleep I've ever had. And Cozy Earth, their mission obviously is to elevate the everyday by showing the craft behind every piece. And I lied on their product, and I got to tell you, man, it was awesome. So they sell all sorts of different things. They sell robes. I just got my mom a robe. I just gave it away for Mother's Day. They sell slippers. And here's the best part about this is that because you're a loyal listener of the Pushing the Limits radio show, if you use the promo code before you make your purchase, and the promo code being PTL, you're going to get an exclusive 20% off. How cool is that? On all of the stuff that you get there, which is so cool. It's so cool. So check out their website, by the way. It's cozyearth.com, and use that promotional code for an exclusive 20% off offer there. And it's so cool. And please make sure that when you take the survey there at the end, you mentioned our name and you heard about it from PTL. They're authentic. Everything they sell is completely authentic. And here's another great part of it. Risk-free purchase, 100-night sleep trial. So they have a 10-year warranty also. So it's risk-free. Give it a shot. Please check them out. cozyearth.com. Use the promo code PTL to get 20% off, because home starts with mom.